Go say so. Good day.
There's probably engine builders going, get that young dude off there. Let me get a hold of that thing and let me do it.
Let me show you how to do it. You don't know what you're doing.
He don't know what he's doing. You ain't supposed to daggone do this. Well, let me show you something one time.
Let me step on the crack and crack your mama's back. Let me show you something.
Them young dudes, these things need to be preserved and held for future generations to appreciate. Well, let me appreciate that.
I just walked into that.
All right, it's Saturday afternoon, and the last video we had said we had put the motor up in the 76, and it was so tight. So I've been thinking about it. I came down here by myself just to start measuring, just to figure out what the differences is and why it is so tight. And just for us, as far as vans, we have only been fooling with vans for about 3.5 years. Never owned a van, never looked at a van, never worked on a van until about 3.5 years ago. When Seth got his first van, it was a 86 conversion van, and we did it to 4-wheel drive. And from then on, we've not fooled with anything other than like 84 to 95 model vans. And so we got the 76 camper van that we're doing here. We knew there were some differences in it, and we've showed you what's the difference in the front as far as putting the 4-wheel drive and stuff under it. But we didn't have any idea that the engine bay was as different as it is. And just to show you a little bit of what we're talking about, to give you some reference, I'm sitting in the 76 now. We've got the motor sitting over in there. And you can see how close we are to manifold on this side and how close we're on that side and how tight it is up in here. Well, on this van, from this point to this point over here is roughly about 22 inches. From here, this point here where we see the manifold, over to this side is roughly about 24 inches. So that is quite a bit different than what the vans we've been working on are. So we've got some challenges to figure out to get this thing in here right. And I'll give you a reference point. We've got the 87 camper van out here with the dog box off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as the differences, how much difference it is in the space, and you'll be able to definitely see it. But exact same motor in this van, and you can see how much space we have here. Plenty of room here and on this side. And from this point to this point in this van, it's a little over 28 inches versus 24 inches in the 76. And from here to here is just over 25 inches versus the 22 inches in the 76 van. So that's quite a bit of difference. I know it's only just 4 or 5 inches, but when you're talking about tight spaces like that, that's man, that's like a mile. So what we're going to do, I don't know if I'll get it done today, we had said that the back of the motor does need to come down a little bit in the 76 because of the way it's in there. And we won't really know exactly how far that has to come down until we get the transmission and transfer case in there, because we've got to find out how much clearance we need from the floorboard. We try to get it tucked under there just as tight as we possibly can so it can get the transmission transfer case tucked up under the van. So what we're going to do, we're going to mock up the transmission in it, just bolt it up to it so we've got to make the transmission cross member anyway, but we will get it positioned in there at the right level so we know what the pitch of the motor will be before we start doing any kind of massaging. We had talked about moving the motor completely, redoing the engine cradle, but even if we do that, we're still going to have to do some tweaking and massaging. So I think what we'll do, we'll probably clear a little bit right here where the alternator goes, and back there where the exhaust manifold is on the driver's side. And I think once we tilt the motor back there, that's going to help that a little bit there. But that's where we're at. We're learning about them. But anyway, it's still going to be a cool van when we're finished with it. When we get it all in there, it's going to be a cool van. So we'll keep it rolling. All right, I'm gonna just kill on a little time. I told you we're gonna get the transmission and transfer case up in the 76 so we can start getting everything figured out where everything is gonna be. One of the first things we've got to do is where I've got that mark right there. We always have to cut that section out because that's about where the transfer case hits under the van. So I'm gonna take the plasma cutter and cut that out, and we will probably right here in this area is where the shifter for the four-wheel drive goes through. So we usually have to cut this area right here out and make a little tunnel for the shift linkage to go through here for clearance. So I'm gonna cut this out because that's got to be cut out before we can even get the transmission up in here and start working on it. So I'm gonna do that now, get that knocked out, so when we get it on the jack, we can jack it on up in there and start working on it. So. All right, I just got the piece cut out. This is the section here that I cut out. And that's where the transfer case is going to hit. And we may even have to cut just a little bit more out, but that's going to be a good enough start to get it up in here so we can start figuring out how much of a pitch on the motor we need. And we're going to need a little bit. And this right here is the biggest concern back here for the manifold. This side, we're pretty good on the opening. We're just close to the frame part here on this side. So we couldn't really move the motor over that way without if we moved it one way, we were going to create problems in another area. So we decided to just leave it where it's at and work with where it's at right here, this is the best place. It's sitting where it needs to be. So moving it around, creating other problems is just not worth it. So we're just going to work with where it is right here and it'll be fine. But we got to get it. We'll pitch it back some. It's not going to be much, but I was just sitting here looking too. The height of the floorboards is different too. I was just noticing that. But anyway, we'll get it figured out. All right, I'm down here at the shop doing some cleaning up, and going back to what we were talking about, or what I was talking about the opening in the vans. I picked the dog house up, dog box cover, or whatever the guy. I don't know why they started calling it that, but I was looking at the cover, and I've got another cover that came off of a later model van just to show you how much the difference it is in the opening. This is one off of, I think, an 87. That's the one off the 76. So you can see how much wider the opening is, and the difference in the doghouse, and why it makes it so much tighter. You see how wide the difference is. I hope you can see it. I don't think the camera is really showing really the difference in them, but it's a significant difference in how big they are. Well, you can see the back of it, how wide that one looks compared to the back of that, and that's back there is where the back of the motor is coming. You can see that jut out right there is where the manifold is hitting, and it's so much more space on this side. So anyway, that's what it is. That's what we're dealing with. We'll get it figured out. I just saw that cleaning up. I figured I'd show the difference. I hope it shows on camera how much difference it is just sitting here looking at it.
Today's episode of What's That Hole For? What is that hole for?
That hole is for the slush box. We're getting ready to put it up to the motor, bolt it in so we can start mocking up the transmission cross member and get the like I was saying earlier, get the pitch right on the engine, so we'll know what we need to do as far as clearancing for the smaller opening that we found out that the older vans have in them. So yeah, we're getting ready to start that process, and you've actually got a little idea for a different style cross member of what we usually do, so we may try to do that if it'll work out. But
yeah, I do. I hope it'll be cool enough. I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah,
if it's not, we'll scratch it and go back to the drawing board.
But anyway, we're gonna put it up in there, get it up bolted up to the motor, so we can start like I said, mocking up for the cross member.
See if my idea works.
Yeah.
It's March 4th, Monday.
We as always, we've got a lot happening, a lot going on, and a lot we got to get done.
Absolutely.
We need more people and more shop. But we're gonna do it with what we got.
10-4. Let's get up in there and see what we're gonna have to do then.
It's almost like the tail end needs to go up or something because the bolt's not going straight in. So
it's the back of the motor needs to come down.
okay.
But which, hold on.
Well, this one might have. Somebody started here.
It still needs to come down some, but which we knew that. What was that?
Could have been killed.
Yeah, that was close, dude.
Gosh.
About dead where it needs to be right there.
Heck yeah.
If we've got clearance, if we have clearance.
I was about to say, if you don't say it, I will.
Yeah.
That's we hitting right there. Bottom down.
I think it's just hitting on the cable.
All right.
Let me. Oh, it's in that hole right there. Oh, yeah, we're good.
How much clearance do we have, Clarence? We may need
about like half an inch
probably need a little more clearance.
in that particular part.
Yeah, let me tighten this bolt up. Did you get your bolt good and tight?
Oh yeah, it's flush. It's ready to go.
All right.
Where'd I put my wrench?
Here, you got the
Pretty good.
clickety Harbor Freight special. Talking yay.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
We're going off of this here pinch weld on the
Watch that,
body.
look.
There we go. And then boom, transmission line. Check that out.
Yeah, and we've got,
Disappear.
we can get about a finger in here. So, is it time lapse or recording?
Oh, it's recording.
Well, what I was just going to say, when we try to get this, this is one of those things where there's no, it's never been done, so you have to put it where it looks the best. So what we try to do, this is a pretty solid member. We usually don't cut this one out, but we try to get about a finger length, a finger width in between there for clearance. And what that usually does is it puts the transmission pan really kind of in line with this body line. So when you look at it through the side, it looks like it's supposed to. It gives us plenty of clearance back here for the drive shaft. We'll probably cut this support right here out because this is where the center bearing was for the, had a 2-piece drive shaft. We don't need that anymore. It don't need to come out. It won't be in the way, but we may cut it out anyway, just because. But we got plenty of clearance for the drive shaft from the transfer case to the rear end. So we're not hitting here, but we may shave that little corner off right there just for a little bit more clearance. And then,
well, she's close.
What I was talking about here, I think I said it. Sometimes we have to put a tunnel here for the shifter. We'll just cut a little relief in this because the shifter will go here to shift the transfer case. So we'll see what that looks like when we get. I can't remember. This is only the second one we put a $700 4 in. We put a $700 4 in gray matter. All the other ones have had turbo 400s in them so far. So now we did put a turbo 350 in one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good. Now we can figure out what we've got to make room for the engine because of the narrow dog box.
And you already talked about how we're not going to relocate the
yeah, we're not. We're gonna
stuff, right?
we're gonna go with what we have because, like I said, if we relocate, I did some measuring down here by myself Saturday. If we redo the engine mount like we were talking about, yes, it's going to give us room in one area, but it's going to make us have to clearance for another area. So where the motor's sitting is in a good position, so we just as well clearance where we are right now and not have to move it. So yeah,
Choo-choo.
looks good.
Did it.
Got it. We're down here in it, and we're doing it.
Just talking to the wrench. Seth W.
Got it. Work around all that.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe if it'll go. It's tight in here.
This is our engine cradle that we use when we drop the 2-wheel drive stuff, when we want to keep all the engine in the van.
Okay, it's gonna work.
It is gonna work perfect.
Oh,
so
good. Okay, good.
it's
Do we
just.
wanna tell them why we're even doing this.
Oh yeah. We're gonna cut the cross memory. It needs to be moved. It needs to be moved over what, 1/4 of an inch to the passenger side.
Yeah, we did some more checking around and looking when we got behind it and looked at the transfer case and the angle of the drive shaft and just thinking about it, the 1/4 of an inch to the passenger side will help a lot, I think. So unfortunately, we're gonna change it.
I know we haven't showed the inside of this thing.
I know it's nasty. Still got the engine parts from the previous guy that worked on it. He left the 6-cylinder stuff in here, but we got to fix this seat here, a few other things. But
we'll show you all the inside when it's
yeah, I can show you.
time.
Here we go. This is I think I showed some of this Saturday. You can see the engine with the transmission bolted up to it. But here's one of our big concerns. Here's this manifold right here, so close, and where the alternator goes. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna fix it. Oh,
Coming back down.
well, while I'm up here, do y'all want to just go on and get me some straps?
Get you a strap. Yeah.
Want to get something to eat?
Yeah. Well, all right. We'll see.
Okay, I'll take my map.
Okay, we'll see you. That's fine. But yeah. Up in the air. Are you good?
What?
Are you good?
No, I'm not. I'm about to throw this strap.
And happy place.
Okay. Oh crap! What did we say we were gonna do?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no, our van, it's broken.
Crossover steering bar. Woo!
Talking yo.
Another piece of the puzzle.
That's it. All right, that's one. Ready to go.
Hey Seth,
Yeah.
Ivan has become the Charlie Daniels of the video camera. He's everywhere, man. He's everywhere.
You mean Johnny Cash?
Well, it's like having George Lucas in the shop now. Now that you got that long selfie stick and all, man, you're everywhere. I like it. It's gonna be good.
Quentin Tarantino.
What do you think?
Oh, I like it. I'm not having.
Do you feel you good? You less
I'm not
stressed,
sure.
bud?
I really don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh man, come on. You'll figure it out.
How do these tools work? Is there a record button on this 1/2-inch ring? And
Now that
ta-da.
is one sweet piece. All right.
It's kind of got it wanting to pull it back,
Right.
but that is better.
Okay. We got some leverage. If he could get something back here and leverage it and push it forward, I know it's going to kind of swing it up maybe or do something weird, but I bet you could get a bar back here on the back of the transfer case, or both of us push it while one person welds it and tacks it.
Yeah, but when it came, it shifted a lot when we, for some reason, it really shifted when we,
Yeah, he cut a relief right in here somewhere, and I think one of these ears on the transfer case was touching this that we missed, and when he cut that away, the whole thing swung and dropped
Yeah, 'cause
an inch or two.
It's wanting to pull forward, pull down, and when it did that, it went.
So, yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
just taking an earthquake on us.
But that's what happened.
okay.
All right, that was second side. I guess we're gonna put it up here and do it, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna have to put some weight under that. The way that thing fell down, we're gonna have to push it up. We're clearing up here where the alternator bracket was. We're clearing where we were hitting here. The only thing we might could stand to go forward a little, but we can adjust that when we get the get it in here. I don't like the way the clearance we have.
Yeah, man, that's.
Yeah, we may just have to. We can put some relief in that gusset if we need to.
Might be like yo or something.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go over and see we're way low, but we won't even hit. So look, that's how much we're gonna have to cut to get it to go over there. So,
Okay.
and then you can see how low we are here. We need to be. We were like seemed like we were about an inch from the bottom. So we are gonna have to go up.
There you go.
Well, we might have to take a little bit more off.
Yeah, it's a little wedged in there. I see it. Right yonder.
No, it'll work.
Oh, that? Okay.
But here's our Ishiloni.
Yep, they see it. We see it. I see it. Everybody sees it. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is, oh no, is that where it's gonna have to be? What's going on with it? I'm freaking out.
Well, it's got to go up, but that's.
Oh wow, we're good.
Need to come over your way a little bit with the base.
Huh?
Like the jack. Okay.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah. All right. That's how we need to get it up. It's cool.
My gosh, man.
That's pretty good, boys.
We're gonna tack it. Weld it.
All right, I'm gonna let them get everything in place and get focused on what they need to do. But I think you just saw a time lapse of us getting all this set up in here, and even we cut the time lapse short because we were probably messing with this thing for over 45 minutes, moving it little by little, and it's finally in here. So in the correct spot it needs to be, and we'll go over all the clearances and things. But right now, getting Ivan set up. Dad took the last few measurements and about to weld the engine cross member in the final correct place.
I guess we did talk about it. We were not going to relocate the motor. We were going to relocate it, then we decided not to. Then after looking at it, we decided to again. So I think we've got it. Like Seth said, after a bunch of wrestling and maneuvering and moving around with this crazy stuff, I think we got it where we.
All this
Need to
high
be.
technology.
We're not hitting anything anywhere anymore. We got clearance for the motor mount. I mean the manifold. So,
Well,
how do you feel, Ivan?
I feel good about it. I mean, we're working with such tight space as it is, so if we can get it in the middle of all the tight spaces, then I'm pretty proud of it.
I don't think we can get it any better than that, guys.
you don't think you can get any better?
I think it's as good as it can possibly get. I'm scared to touch it.
I got you.
I think it's nothing is hitting anything. We've got everything off of no manifolds hitting, no alternator brackets hitting. The position of it looks good. I think that's as good as we can get.
There it is. Welded up. Oh, yeah.
About to reinstall. We're doing it. Everything's going pretty good. I might have to go farther back. Damn good job.
So she's in. We'll paint it after a while. We got right here, if y'all remember, this was touching the manifold. Can almost get my finger in there now. So we got plenty of room now. We can even get the bolt out. And then up here, remember the alternator bracket was hitting up against the tunnel here. Wow, let's see. Let me get a little bit. Now we got clearance there. There we go. It put us a little closer here with the manifold, but it can still get a hand in there. And it put us closer here, but can still get a hand in there. Yeah. But it's, man, it's tight. That opening is different than the other ones for sure. So that, check that off the list, and we're moving to the transmission. Now we're getting ready to do what we put the transmission up in there for.
What time is it? It's
now
about 4 o'clock. We started around 3:47. We started around 9 or so, 9:30 or so. And we finally got this morning's first job tacked off.
Yeah, and I was really fighting not having to redo that thing because I just didn't want to do it. But it was the right way to do it.
How about now? Are we live?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're live. Sweet. All right. Taking a small break from the transmission mount right now. We got some stuff ordered, some materials, and we got some ideas for the cross member for that. So y'all will see that after a while or possibly in another video. But since we got a little leisure time to sit, not leisure time, we've got some time on our hands we could be using. We're going to take the heads off of the 401 for our quote-unquote thrasher van. This needs to be gone through. Not big issues on the heads, but we just want to freshen these up, make sure they're good, ready to go. That was one issue with this motor, but we're going to do that. This is the 10-bolt, 8-lug 10-bolt that is going under the front end of the 76. We had the crossover steering that came in not long ago, so Dad's about to tear that down and get all that assembled and ready, because all that work on the steering column and the steering box, all that will come into play once you see how this crossover steering is done. And go and check out some of our older videos too.
Nice demo.
Yeah.
That's a nice demonstration.
We'll be replacing this one with that one and that one with this one.
We have done this setup on all our 4-wheel drive vans. So if there's a 4-wheel drive van on the channel, and check out the build playlist and all the shop playlists, you will see the same exact setup.
Talking.
Bang.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to pull this. We're replacing the knuckle here with the new knuckle for the crossover steering, and in order to do that, everything on this side has to come off. So I'm pulling the hub off, the rotor, the backing plate, everything. So we'll be able to check the bearing on there. We'll be able to pull the axle out and check everything on it. So pretty much everything off this will have to come out. We'll have to knock the tie rod off, knock these out, press the new ball joints in that knuckle and put it on, and then we'll be set up for crossover steering. What we worked so hard on this van to be able to do is this is what we
we worked so hard on the steering, getting the mounting the steering box so we could run this crossover steering in the front end like this.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
That was it. Yeah, the whole reason we went through all that was to be able to run this setup right here.
I gotta tell y'all, these head
Take a
bolts-
breath, bud.
These head bolts are they put them in. They
No
put 'em
doubt.
in.
No doubt.
We talked to 110 foot pounds.
110.
Head bolt for 110 foot pounds.
So let me just
Goodness sakes.
break out these twigs of arms I've got and
Push, baby mine.
oh, it's kind of. There we go.
See if the impact.
Oh man, that impact ain't gonna bring
It,
it. If he's talking 100 hundo plus, that ain't
Hundo.
talking hundo.
Yeah, let me.
plus.
Yeah, this is the longer.
He's a big boy.
Let's,
Crashing of the ratchet.
we're gonna tap in the big man here. I'm even gonna put the extension on it just in case. All right, let's try this corner one.
To get that tapping old Stone Cold Steve extension.
Cold Steve extension. All right, I got a brace on the.
You gonna come out there like us Stone Cold say so. Good day.
There's probably engine builders going, get that young dude off there. Let me get a hold of that thing and let me do it.
Let me
right.
show
I'm
you how to
talking
do it.
daggone-
You don't know what you're doing.
He don't know what he's doing. You ain't supposed to daggone do this. Well, let me show you something one time.
Let me step on the crack and crack your mama's back. Let me show you something.
Them young dudes, these things need to be preserved and held for future generations to appreciate. Well, let me appreciate that.
Getting ready to pull the drum off. I've got pulled the hub out and the nut for the bearing. And when these, if y'all have ever taken one of these apart, remember the one that you set the bearing with. It's got a little tit on it. Yeah, right here. Make sure when you put it back together, that little tit's sticking out, because what it does, it locks in these holes here like that to keep that thing from backing off, and then you put the locking nut on there to lock it down, and that's how you set the bearing on the set your wheel bearing. So just remember when you take it off, and I've seen people sometimes you'll take those things and they'll put it on there backwards or put it on wrong, and they'll spin that little tit off, and then it's gone. Then you won't be able to, it won't lock, and you can back it, the wheel bearing can back off. But there's the hub. So now we'll take the 6 bolts that hold the backing plate on, knock the spindle out off of it, and then you can pull the axle out, and then we'll knock the start getting the knuckle off. But these 6 bolts right here, when you pull them off, the backing plate will come off. Then you'll pull the spindle off. You'll be able to pull the axle out. And that's what I'm gonna do now. You done with the impact?
I am done with it.
I've seen people take hammers and hit the spindle here to get it off, and I guess you can do that, but I usually just take a chisel and try to get in here and just start working it around and pull the spindle off. Because if you hit that, I feel like you'll nick it up or maybe mess it up. I've never done them like that. This one has actually been off before because the slot in here that the keyway on that locking washer I was talking about, this slot right here, it goes in that slot on the spindle to lock it like that. Those are usually straight up and down, so that tells me that this spindle has been off, because that thing should be right here at the top, which it doesn't matter. 6 bolts, it can spin on there anyway, but they come from the factory lifted up on the top. So somebody's either replaced the spindle or probably had to pull it out and replace the axle joint in it. But that's a good thing, because that spindle should come off fairly easy then if it hasn't been on there since the factory day.
Cool. Absolutely.
The old claw hammer comes to the
Yeah,
rescue.
every
again.
automotive shop needs a claw hammer. That's the number one tool in the shop.
You got a weld something? Claw hammer.
Oh, there it went.
Hey, look at that. It was an easy one. Hey, that's
That
cool.
one come off pretty good, so.
Let's see what about.
And then once you get it, you can kind of walk it and work it around, because what it does is this ridge slides up in there and it fits pretty snug. And I always check that bearing back there. The axle rides on that bearing. That one looks pretty good. We'll check it out good. So now we're here at the axle. We should be able to pull the axle out. And
Nice.
there's your axle. The joint.
Is it rotted? Is it?
Yeah, I can feel it catching a little bit right there. So we'll probably
Junk.
we will replace that. We won't probably. We'll replace that axle
Junk.
joint there. And I try. I think I've said this in other videos. If it does not need it, I avoid it at all costs trying to change it, because you can damage the axles if they've been in there so long. You can damage these things, knocking them out. The ears, you can. Sometimes they can be tough. So. But that one's got, I can feel it. It's got a little catch right there. So we'll
If you
replace
got a
that.
tedious way to do it just as tedious as they are to tear up, then you should be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll use the claw hammer in some sort of
And I can tell you, much,
beating process to get it out.
if you ever race or use a front differential, this short side axle is always the axle you'll break. I can't ever remember breaking the long side. I always broke the short side. And it's because it's so long, it's got flex in it.
And the short side don't.
Yeah. The short side don't flex as much. And this right here, why they taper them down like that, that's usually where a stock axle will break, is right there, where it tapers down.
Should be ashamed.
But we always replaced them with Moser axles that were all the same size all the way down and heat treated. But if you break an axle on the front end, 9 times out of 10, it'll be broke right there.
There you go, straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. From the what?
Straight from the knower of
The
all.
knower of all, as y'all say.
The knower of all, because he's messed up all.
Alright, here we go. Talking.
It's like a bowling ball. Oh, I might not have it
You
on.
might need to pull them bolts out.
Let's see.
We're all loose.
The
Everyone.
dowels are on the bottom of these.
I might have to
probably
pull.
why.
There we go.
You got it.
Nice, dude.
Damn. I would have thought that thing had flat top pistons in it.
I think it just got caught on the last bit of threads.
The reason we took the heads off of the motor we're putting in the Thrasher van is because when we spun it over, when we were checking everything out, we put Marble Mystery on the cylinders to spin it over. It got to a point and it was stopping. So we got to looking, and we got 3 valves sticking. So we've got 3, they're actually all 3 exhaust valves. We don't know if they're bent or if they're just sticking. This one is really bad. So we pulled the heads to figure out what's going on there. We may end up having to take them to the machine shop. I don't think we would have 3 bent valves like that. I think they're probably just from where it was sitting. They're probably just stuck. So we'll, if it's something we can do here, we'll do it here. If not, we'll take them to the machine shop and get them fixed.
By the way, if you don't know what we're talking about this, what's this Thrasher van? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm going to leave a link to a video which should pop up either here or it's all down in the description, where we talk about all the game plan for this motor and a certain Chevrolet van. So if you want to know about an AMC going into a Chevrolet van, check out that video. Yeah. I heard something.
That one freed up.
I just heard a valve free.
I don't want to turn around. Should I turn around? Oh, okay. We're good.
Welcome to
And I approached with him hammering the valves out that he was so careful to place on the desk.
Well, that one pops up pretty
welcome
good.
to
This one
Justin
here.
Williams Motor Machine Shop, where we use
Look.
claw hammers.
Where we strain and we bang things until they go.
I watched films of Smokey Eunuch doing it the same way.
Smoky unit.
Smokey Eunuch, you need to pull up Smokey.
Seated. Well, we just hammered the valves.
Are you proud of
back
what you
out.
did? Are you proud of what you did?
Let's just pop them babies back.
Well,
out.
let me tell
At
you.
least you use a brass hammer, everybody.
I can
He was
tell
a
you,
brass
I can see what the problem is, really. I think what happened, you can see in the dog sports how rusty they are, and I think just sitting with moisture. And the motor was covered up.
Yeah,
and
man.
It was covered up and wrapped in plastic, but
Yeah, it didn't have no matter.
But
Yeah,
even
so-
though, plastic, you can,
it'll still capture moisture.
it probably sweated like a daggone gymnast.
so it's probably, as long as we'll pull the valves out, if the valve guides look good, free everything up, we'll probably be okay.
It'd be alright.
It might. Won't hurt what we're going to do with it. It might mess up 1/10 of a second in a quarter mile or something.
Correct. I was just pointing out, keep the shop clean.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody be happier.
And if they don't work, I know a guy's got a set of 291 heads we might be able to get put on there.
Ooh.
Son.
That'll bump the compression up.
I'm talking 0 to 60 like
Talking.
getting it like that.
Shoo!
Oh, it'll do a minute in 30 seconds. Yeah. It'll definitely do a minute. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Boom. Get the rag and wipe that out.
Alright, yeah, we don't need
Get the
that.
rag.
I don't get Ivan's big white shirt to wipe it out.
Excuse you, bud. Let me tell you something. That's the only white shirt I got, still white.
All right, over here too. It's pulling up some grit right there.
You can beat it with a hammer, but don't get any grit down in the cylinders.
Hey, bud.
Look right there. Some things.
Look right where.
Oh, look how much. Oh, it's coming up all the way up here. I was seeing that too. I was saying it wasn't coming all the way up to the deck, but the top part of it is flush with the deck.
Nice.
From what I'm seeing, I mean,
She's done for. No.
I mean, I'm just seeing.
Miles per gallon.
Well, no, I mean, conservatively, 1,600, 1,700 horsepower maybe.
Alright. Let's just
Conservatively.
Yeah.
Let's just calm down. Let's bring it back down to reality.
No, this thing probably, I'm going to say we'd probably be,
Four something.
I would say it'd be close to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be close to 400 horsepower, which, I mean,
To the
But
wheels
that's
or to at the crank.
No, he's
Probably
talking about
just
just
a crank.
yeah.
But these things,
But
401s make so, they make like big block torque. They got so much torque. And that's, with what we're wanting to do with it, with the big tires we're running, the torque is what I personally like.
Right.
Torque gets you there. Horsepower keeps you there. And now that we got the steering out of the way, that is that's huge. That took its toll on me. I don't know about you.
yeah, there's a lot of brain cells got fried trying to work too hard sometimes.
Yeah, like I said, this is the reason right here why we did it, is to put this crossover steering on. Better setup. We did have one guy comment, called it a cobbled up mess.
Yeah, I know.
Why we didn't put full hydraulic steering on it.
I tell you why.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't even know. I'd have to check. I don't even know if full hydraulic steering is legal
That's a big why.
on the road. But if you know, A hydraulic ram does not work unless there is fluid going to it. It ceases to work altogether. Of course, a steering joint could break and do the same thing. But if your power steering line blows off of your steering box, you can still steer. It'll be hard to steer. But if a hydraulic line blows going down the road at 65 or 70 miles an hour, you got nothing. Fluid's not going to
wherever she broke is where you're headed.
So I don't even know if it's legal to put. You see it on a lot of off-road stuff and buggies and stuff like that, but it's a whole lot different to blow a hydraulic line when you're in the woods than it is running 65, 70 miles an hour down the road. So that's why we didn't do full hydraulic.
With your kids in it, so
exactly. So
that's why. But you know,
nice suggestion.
Cobbled up mess.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with our cobbled up mess. We're gonna stick with our cobbled up mess.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. All right, I've got the cotter pin out of the tie rod. And we've probably gone over this before. Best way to knock these tie rods off, what we do, I get the nut loose where it just don't flop down. You can take a pickle fork and hit it, but it'll usually mess up your rubber bushing. What I usually do is just take a hammer and just hit it. Sometimes it might take a lot, sometimes it might take a little. Hit it. There it goes. Knocked it right out.
Yeah, that was a quick one comparing to some.
That one did pretty good. And we're not using this knuckle again, so it doesn't really matter if it's dented up. Sometimes you can take it and if you don't want to just hit it with a hammer, I've taken a ball peen hammer and just hit it like that and actually hit it that way and it'll knock them out. Got that out, so we get these two out right here, pop it out, press the new ball joints in that one and stick it in here.
Sounds like a plan to me. This one?
Oh yeah, that shirt? Shoot.
Yeah.
You can go down below in the description there and get you a shirt just like that. Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I just
Look at it. There it is.
I'm passing out. What I'm gonna be doing today is probably gonna be jumping around doing a little bit of everything, but everything.
Everything?
As Cat W would say.
Everything.
But anyways, got these in, so I'm going to do the necessary modifications to put them on the kit probably today. And get the front plate welded up. And amongst other things, we've kind of got pretty much a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's all got to be done, like Justin said. So,
and we're gonna do it. I got to
we
drill.
are going to do it. So,
Because of the bolts, we got to drill these out to 9/16 and also drill out our shackle hangers that we ordered. Got to drill those out to 9/16. So, gonna do that, and here we go.
but anyway, I hope you're having a good morning.
Yeah,
hope
it's a
you're
new
all-
day down here.
Yin, yang, hope everything is balanced. Have a good morning.
Talking yo.
Talking yo.
Sometimes they can be ornery. Sometimes you can do that now. Pull it out. I don't want to do it. Don't want to play nice. They come out pretty easy, but I didn't go over. The new crossover steering kit does not come with the spindle bolts, so you can buy these new, but usually these things you can save them. Just knock them out of the old spindle and put them in the new one as long as this knurl's still there. So what I do, I usually just put a nut on there just so you don't mess up the threads. Take a punch.
Just 1 second.
Just a flat punch or anything like that. Put it on the bolt. Just give it a couple whacks. It'll come off. And then you just take the nut off. They're on there pretty good. I think they're tapered nuts, so they're kind of hard to screw off with you. And then if I can hold it. Can't get a hold of it. There you go. And I did happen to hit the one that's got the ball joint in the way. There you go. And then still good.
Put that in the new
Be able to pop them in the new ones, clean them up, and pop them in the new ones to be like new. actually driving Seth's Dirty Dice.
Dirty Dice.
It's
in this rainy day.
it's not just a ride, it's an adventure.
Yeah.
We got tassels hanging, tails hanging.
I figure we take
Jersey.
we take your van everywhere all the time. Why don't we take mine?
Yeah. So, anyway, we just got through eating lunch. We're headed to the park store, and we're going to drop by Harbor Freight too and pick up a few things.
So they had.
They had.
There we go.
They usually have stock these. We get these right regular. They usually have these in stock. So.
That fan's squeaking.
Now to Harbor Freight to get some rubber gloves for your mom.
Cool. Alright, we got the heater on. We got Ivan grinding on the kit. Olivia's down here. She's gonna be helping film, and also Oven's here. You are getting the joint now as we speak.
Yeah, and I hope it comes out without tearing the dead gum axle up. It's in there pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Cool deal.
We'll see.
You did it. Now what?
Gotta clean it up and put the other joint in there.
Be ready to go back in it?
All right, you said you were getting ready to do what now?
I got the new joint back in the axle. Everything good and nice. I want to slide it back in and start putting it.
Heck yeah.
We're in.
Yay!
Now just put everything back together. It actually, this stuff was in not too bad a shape.
Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh, yes.
So
Oh, good.
I think we'll be good.
So, what's the next step after this?
On the front end? Or
I guess
the whole
just,
van?
I guess what's our next step? Yeah.
Well, finish putting up the front end, and then this is kind of like mock-up because we'll still clean up and do some stuff to it. Get it in there, get the steering link cut for the crossover steering. We'll have to set it down on the ground with the tires straight, get the center steering wheel centered, and then we'll cut the DOM tube for the link over here from the steering box over here to the steering knuckle. And we'll just then everything else.
And everything else.
Yeah. Then everything else. Friday morning, we got just got a call from my buddy Tim at OK Recycling. They are actually doing a demo or a clean out on a property in Greensboro. He said, hey, y'all need to come over here, look at what we got. It might be some stuff in here y'all can use. So we're gonna head over there. We got the trailer hooked up. We have no idea what they got, but it's also, we're gonna show y'all. We always talk about what OK Recycling does, to give them a call if you need anything anywhere in the country. We're getting ready to show y'all exactly what they do. So if anybody out there thinks that they could use their services, you're gonna see exactly what they do, and we're gonna document it for you. But we got the trailer hooked up, getting ready to head out and go over there.
We can go home and fix that.
I don't think she's gonna make it.
We can get these pins out.
The weird part about it is this friggin' cotter pin is,
I know it's on the wrong side.
it's down, it's all the way down.
That's the way this one is.
Well, you had something going on. You almost had it. Alright, it's broken.
Oh yeah, it's going.
We're gonna get it off. But we're worried about it falling apart and falling off, and we can't get it off.
It ain't like this. It's gonna break right there.
Are you gonna use it?
Nits.
Finally got, yeah, what you didn't see was 20 minutes of us knocking and banging with everything but a hammer, because we don't have one. Ta-da. Cool. Put the evidence in the back. Yeah, look at where the tires are.
That down enough.
And on this building, it's a full demo. We're taking everything in the building. Our main thing that we want to buy is the electrical switchgear. These are some transformers, circuit breakers. We'll take the enclosure for the breakers, small transformers. This is the main switchgear right here. It's got the big breakers right here. This will be about a 4,000 amp.
Yeah, you can check.
You can pull it all the way open.
Oh wow.
And this is an old General Electric, but it's got a newer style trip. We'll pull this breaker out. This particular switchgear is going to be scrapped because of its date and its age. A lot of them we do take. This one won't. This one is different. It's got the really big 3-pole breakers in it. That's a 350 amp right there.
Holy cow.
And then that's a little one. Here's a 1200 amp. We're looking for these big breakers, big fuses, but we'll come in and we'll pull out of this. Typically, we would scrap the back for the copper. This one's all aluminum. So we'll just leave it in place. We'll pull the breakers, the fuses, and the big breakers, and that'll be finished on this. Back here in the back of this room, there's a nice eye-line panel that the guys have started taking apart. It's a lot newer. This is one of your better square D panels that everybody wants.
Yeah,
And that's kind of what's in this switchgear room.
so
And
what we're doing, we're in Greensboro at the building we're talking about, and y'all hear us talk about OK Recycling and what they do, and they'll go anywhere in the country. Tim is going over. This is the kind of stuff we've been wanting to show y'all, that what they do, that if you've got it, give them a call. And he's going over and telling us, because we have no idea what we're looking at, but that's what we're doing here. He's telling us what all they buy and the kind of stuff that they're looking for. Wow. And it's big. And this is just, this don't even scratch the surface of what's in this building.
No. Yeah, let's keep looking.
One tiny room.
Yeah. But this is Tim. This is the guy that does it all. And he's the one that
There you
He's
go.
he's the one we owe a lot to, and he called us and said, "Hey, y'all need to get over here and look at this stuff." But we wanted to include what they do when we say they'll go anywhere in the country and buy this stuff. This is it. This is it.
There's the stuff.
And he
And I hope the camera
Newer and
doesn't
bigger.
newer and bigger.
yeah, he says this is small.
But we do the all of it.
Do all of it.
Yep. Whatever year, whatever vintage, every building will have something different.
And this is not even a tenth of a tenth of a tenth of what we're going to be checking
big
out.
Screw compressor. We'll refill that. There's some big chillers back here that will be cut up and destroyed. There's a motor control center over here. This building has been, people have been getting in it and stealing and robbing, but we'll take this motor control center and we'll pull all the starter buckets will get pulled out of it.
Wow.
We'll remove, this is called a bucket. It's got a starter, a breaker, a control transformer. We'll pull this breaker out with the door and that'll be a sellable item. And we'll leave the main structure. Where it's at, it's too hard to get it out of here. It's not right. That's kind of what we got on this. And then these panels, more I-line panels and square D breaker panels. We do all the wire for the demo job. We'll pull all the wire out, process it, and then sell it, and it'll be a split with me and the demo company.
Let's go look around some more. See what it's
We will never be able to get all what's in here, but just they'll do anything. I mean, there's tables. It's just all kinds of stuff in here.
We'll send us pictures and we'll decide whether we want to go or not go. It's got to be profitable before we can do it.
Yeah, but they'll do it. They will do it.
This is a big air tank for a compressor. Anybody could use that in any shop if they wanted surplus air.
Heck yeah. This is wild, ain't it?
Dude, I love it.
Going into another night. Looks like pillar block bearings and that. Check out this big machinery in here.
But
I don't even know what these are.
like that wood top work table. Yeah, great fun, man. It is. Somebody's got a bike laying here that took ill. We could grab that. I was gonna grab it, but I've got bikes just running out my damn ears.
Yeah. There's one laying there.
Wow.
It's a new one, usually the new one. And I don't think there's much in here. These are the chillers, and they'll just get cut up or scrapped. The two of them is another one over here.
This is an AC unit for the whole building. If that gives you an idea how big it is. This is just the AC unit.
This is one of them.
This is just one.
Look, that's where I'm.
Remember this turbo?
We're down in the. I guess we're down in the boiler room.
And believe it or not, these are small.
These are small.
Yeah.
Dude, Ivan, stand next to that.
These are little turbos.
Look, dude. I think Kim was telling me that.
It's big stuff, man.
Wow.
You gotta have it for something this size.
We'll pull the newer control.
Well, I think that's what probably hidden here a little bit.
Wow, dude.
So here's
Just put my name on all of
the
it.
compressor Brittany's already tagged.
All right, so for you, this one's already claimed by you guys.
That was Brad. He said they found a machine shop up on the second floor.
They found a machine shop on the second floor.
Yeah, that'll be on our tour today. I gotta figure out where it is.
I apologize for the flashy lights. So we all got different LED lights, and they
Everything down here.
act different on the screen.
When we get to the upper machine shop, I'm gonna go.
Good light.
Oh, hey, we found some oil.
Yeah, get it.
Holy crap. Look at them bearings right there.
I got a shot of those.
Really cool.
Yeah, exactly. That probably
I mean, you need one of those.
Yeah, we do. I seen the other day. It's called poison equal.
Yeah, I feel like you're on Dirty Jobs.
So what? Look here, there's a card table. All right,
Yeah.
a dull card table.
So that was just one. That was just one section of the place.
Oh, dude.
Look at just what was in this building.
Holy, it goes all the way down.
Yeah.
That's just welding rod. Refrigerator there. Come on now. There's a stomp shear there that we'll try to get out of here.
Stomp
I
shear.
got a 4-foot one at work that we never use. When you're doing sheet metal, you don't have to cut a whole sheet. If you're shaping a little piece, you can whittle it off of that. Like,
Nice.
I used to, when I welded, I put body panels. I don't have to rust those, I made things that would fit.
Well, we come back with a little bit. Didn't necessarily need the trailer, but we always take it just in
Take
case.
the trailer. Every time we go somewhere, we take the trailer because you never know what you're going to run across, and you don't want somebody to change their mind when you go back to pick it up. So
That's
we
it.
take
That's
the trailer every time. Yeah, like Seth said, we got a few treasures. Y'all saw we were leaving this morning, going to Greensboro. Our buddies at OK Recycling. Didn't really plan on getting a whole lot. We wanted to kind of use this as an opportunity to actually show y'all what OK Recycling does, because they've been so helpful to us. So that stuff in that building that Tim was showing you, that was just a drop in the bucket of the stuff that's actually in that building. But that is the kind of stuff that they buy. So if you know anybody anywhere in the country that has some stuff like that needs a company to come in and take it out of a building or demolish or whatever, OK Recycling is the one to talk to. And any of that stuff that we were showing in there, we didn't show a whole lot because of the respect for the building and where it was. If you're interested in any of that stuff, give OK Recycling a call, because they do sell that stuff. So there's all their information. Give them a call. They've helped us a ton, so whatever we can do to shoot some stuff their way, we're going to do it. We're wearing their shirts today. You see us wearing them all the time.
Oh, you odd man out, bud.
Yeah.
And other than that,
Changed my shirt.
other than what they've done to help us out, they're more than just that. They're friends of ours. I mean, we're real close to them. We're good friends. We do stuff together, and so it means a lot to be able for them to do what they do for us, and us to be able to try to give back some too. But this is guess. Oh yeah, we didn't show. We finished up putting the knuckle on the 10 bolt going in the van. We're still waiting on some parts. We're going to get some new tie rod ends for the tie rod, new brake calipers and shoes and stuff. We are waiting on parts for the transmission cross member. I think y'all saw us start on that, but it's we've got a couple of parts ordered that we've got an idea for the cross member, and they were supposed to be here. I think they were supposed to be here today. I think I touched on about the stuff shipping. So. But anyway, it's coming, and what we're trying to, we're really going to try to get a video out a week. Hopefully down the road we can get 2 out a week, but we're definitely shooting to get a video out a week. So something may be cut short on this one because we want to make sure that video comes out this week. And I think it's Sunday going to be the days we're going to shoot for.
Yeah.
You're the one that does it. Seth is the one that handles all the videography stuff.
Yeah. So, as you notice, some of the bigger and longer time running YouTube channels, they have a day where when that day hits, their video comes out. And, this is our work life. This is our life, but we're also trying to provide good content for you guys. So it's looking like for us filming through the week, and working, and then sometime around Sunday, Monday, it might be our day, and that might change. But as of right now, editing time and putting all this stuff together, it's looking like that Sunday, Monday is going to be our day. And we got Dad the film. He's doing something funny y'all can't see right now.
I know what he's doing.
I know.
He's doing me.
Yeah,
That's funny. That's real funny.
Which, by the way,
big debut comes
Yeah,
out.
some
by
of
the way,
this.
most of the shots you see in this video, they were done
Yeah.
by Mr. Garber here.
And if y'all can imagine
Through
what,
my eyes.
if y'all ever were a Seinfeld fan and watched Kramer when he shot George at the photo shoot, that's the way Ivan was around here. He was
he was-
getting down, getting all the good
He's never going
shots.
to film again.
No, he did a good job. He did do a good
But
job.
back to the content. It's looking like Sunday, Monday is going to be our content day, and I know it's kind of odd. We're working real hard on the 76. That's our main focus as of right now. So lots of videos on that, but I promise you, as time goes on, we're scheduling different things. We're starting to schedule some different content stuff and things like that. And most importantly, we're scheduling time for this right here. So y'all will see that in the near future. As always,
You you give the shout outs to everybody. this
check
time.
out OK Sale or OK Recycling, and check out Renegade Graphics. They do all our merch, so hit them up for some good if you need t-shirts, things like that. But also check out our merchandise store. That's going to be linked down below. Buy you a shirt. We still got Dirty Dice long sleeve shirts and all that good stuff. Check out Prison Supply. They are the ones that have this beautiful van that we're working on. You might be seeing them in some future episodes, and as we are in communication with them throughout the build. So check out Prison Supply down in Charlotte. But other than that, as Dad says, keep on doing what you're doing. We'll keep on doing what we're doing. And we will see y'all in the next video.
What you got, Ivan? You got anything for us?
No, I don't.
No,
But I
don't.
should, because shouldn't let y'all. You know what? No, I don't. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna let them have their way.
Is it over?
I guess it's...
Yep. I'm walking out this door and it's over.
Oh yeah, Power and Sound Revival, May 17th and 18th. Y'all check that out. We're gonna be there. Gonna have all the vans. Gonna be set up as a vendor. Gonna be camping. Gonna be listening to music. Gonna be eating food. So y'all
I'm
come
gonna
out.
be there.
He's also gonna be there.
He's gonna be there.
Most importantly,
be there.
that is coming up. I promise you. That is an event that you want to put on your calendar. And if you got something on your calendar already, wipe it clean and come anyway. So, Power and Sound Revival. We'll see y'all there, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Cut.
I don't think I was recording.
Oh no.
Good.
Wonderful.
That's good.